I'm being constantly bombarded by the donation alert for the charity. Also,
can you guys please stop donating? You're distracting
Yeah.
It's getting
I need
really
to listen,
fucking
everyone.
annoying.
You basically hit the goal, so like I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we're
that's
good.
True, yeah.
We're just gonna hang out and play games for the next like 13 hours.
How much for DBJ to put ice in their ass? They already said for every $5 they'll be putting a whiskey ice orb up there. For every 5.
We're gonna have that Japanese guy from Instagram who cuts the ice with like a Tonto sword.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
The donation stream names are really funny too.
It's ridiculous. We got Ice Genius awarded FIFA prize.
Anonymous, I saw the Hackers Anonymous donated
Hackers
a lot of
Anonymous?
money.
Yeah, they've
They
done
are
a lot,
popping
yeah.
off. Thank you, volunteer guillotine cleaner. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really a big fan of I'd serve cunt before my country. That's a crazy one.
That is a really good one.
In Mario voice, hello. Thank you. Oh, we're all. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna
Mario, huh? Speak on that.
Mario.
You're a Mario.
We can't get started on this at the top of the stream. I mean,
1 week
man.
ago, I said plague, and this guy was on me for like 45 minutes. Say that again. How do you say that? That's not the way it's said.
Oh God.
I try to
It is
hold him
going
to the
real
fire a little
slow.
bit. No, this is good.
Oh, Ricky's been disconnected.
Oh no.
Hello, Anonymous. We need your help.
Yeah,
Please. We need you getting in the tubes.
Anonymous, relent the attack on Ricky.
Justin, how do you say the word DECAL again?
Decal?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
do.
you're Canadian,
Oh, yeah,
right?
we-
Up here we say decal.
We say
Yeah,
decal.
it's a 50-50
crazy.
split on this chat because there's no way. I mean, I cannot bring myself to even hear decal as a real word.
Yeah, that's just fucked up.
Yeah. I said decal on stream like 10 years ago once, just thinking that was the normal way to say it, which it is, to be clear.
Yep, yeah.
And JF was like, we can't stream together anymore.
I mean, that's,
I do think decal sucks pretty bad, to be honest.
Okay. I
Decal's
guess.
pretty fucked. It's like aluminium.
My
Yeah, like that,
my black pill was when I said lava once.
Oh.
And that would just, people lost their mind. You would think it's a substance you encounter like every day, so everyone would pronounce it the same way. But I just went live.
It's
Do you
at
want to do
17.
do you want to do the spiel?
I would love to do this.
Please do the spiel.
Let me, I'm gonna hit this dice and then do my spiel. We are raising money for the Women's Foundation in Minnesota. They house the Immigrant Rapid Response Fund, which is a coalition of local organizations and leaders. They use existing networks and organizations to prioritize getting help to people as quickly as possible. ICE is still targeting people in Minneapolis despite the headlines. The occupation is still continuing. People are trapped and afraid to go to work or school or get groceries. People need direct relief and support right now. They are providing urgent basic needs, providing food, housing, transportation, healthcare, other essential things that they need while these attacks are going on. A one? Come on. Urgent legal services, legal defenses, due process support, rights protection. They're doing know your rights education, community safety planning, advocacy, and coalition building. Every week, they have grants that go out to people to be used immediately. And this was starting last week. The fund launched on January 12th.
Holy cow.
And yeah, so anything that goes in, it's not just sitting in a bank account. It's not going to like a charity CEO's like pockets. It is getting used immediately. So thank you everybody who's contributing. It's a nice reminder that it might seem like this is normal and like people are on board with it, but they're not, and we're not. And it's a nice. It's rough to stomach the things that are going on, but I feel like this makes it feel a lot better.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you, guys.
Nice
Yeah,
work,
absolutely.
Justin.
Yeah, thank you for being
Ryan,
here.
thanks for being here.
Yeah, my
thank you.
pleasure.
I have a guy who a character or maybe a guy I've been thinking of lately, which is grown man who's really afraid of the back rooms. Just kind of haunted by the notion that they're out there and he might end up in them one day.
Accidentally, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Like to go down the wrong aisle at Home Depot and like boom, you're in the back rooms. I need to actually share this, not to be the guy who's like, here's all the, dad stuff I've been doing.
Yeah.
Last night, I put my daughter to sleep and I said, it's time for bed. And she said, I don't want to go to sleep. Last night, I heard voices whispering. And I went, oh
no.
What did they sound like? And she said, they whispered, I'm with you. And I went, oh. And then I was trying to figure out, like, what this could possibly be.
Interesting. They're Avril Lavigne fans.
It could have been. I was listening to Avril Lavigne on my Galaxy Buds when I fell asleep. So, but I think maybe she was just hearing like a dream or something. But it was genuinely like a horror movie moment. Right? I'm in like the first 15 minutes of a horror movie where my house is haunted.
That's crazy. I mean, one day, like, the fear as a parent has to be that one day your kids are going to go, like, full Skinamarink.
Well, I haven't seen that because I'm scared of the back rooms.
Has she drawn a picture of like a creature or like a really evil-looking guy and said, "Oh, this is my friend"?
Well, usually she goes, "This is daddy."
Black hole.
Oh, okay.
This guy's daddy. Wow, what a shot. But then this morning she said, Daddy, I didn't hear the voices last night. And I thought that was good because that means the ghost is now within me instead of free in the house like roaming around.
That is good.
And that's your responsibility as a father to sort of take the spirit within you.
Yes, yeah, go in the woods or something and then what comes back is not what left. But, that's fatherhood.
That's how it goes. Yeah, I know that, brother.
Ain't that the truth?
I think it's fun to pretend I'm a dad.
I give you the pass.
I'll still never forget, I did a Twitch Rivals for like a Pokemon game. And afterwards, one of my teammates raided me. And, or rather, I raided her channel after I wrapped up. And she was like, oh, everyone, like, go follow AC Justin. He's a veteran and a dad. And I was like, I gotta stop lying so much.
Oh, no.
I cannot be lying so much.
You are a veteran of, like, Arma 3.
I think we're all, any of us who've been online are veterans, am I right?
Yeah.
That's true.
So true.
In the culture war.
Wow. Never mind.
Yep. Yeah, in the culture war.
We got to get me and JF back on Twitch Rivals. We did it once like 8 years ago, and for some reason have never been invited back.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
What game was it?
Imagine why.
It was PUBG.
Okay.
And JF hid in the bathroom the entire time and was like reviewing the toilet. And they kept like cutting to him and they were like, I guess he's still reviewing the toilet. And then at one point he blew himself up with a grenade and it was like the highlight of the round.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I remember looking back, because I was in that Rivals with Apollo, and I remember afterwards being like, oh, I wonder what they were saying. And I think I like cut to the VOD at the perfect moment where they were like, well, he's reviewing a toilet. God, I did a Rivals with Chiblee once. It was a charity Fall Guys Rivals, and Chiblee thought it would be funny to just constantly talk about eating pickles and peanut butter. Like he just kept saying it in his downtime. He'd be like, yeah, I want it to be like when they cut to us, I'm talking about it. And then they pulled me in for an interview, and they were like, "AC Justin, this guy won't stop talking about pickles and peanut butter. How you doing, bud?" And I was like, "That wasn't fucking me. That's not fucking me. Don't put that on me."
It did also cut to JF when he was talking about, I think, the latest Ant-Man movie at the time. And he was saying how he had come up with the bit of Child Man, which was if Ant-Man shrunk down to the size of a child. And then he watched the movie and it happened, and he was really mad that they stole his idea.
Did you see? So we did Hide the Block last night, the Minecraft event that Apollo put on.
I did see some of it.
And in Malf and Corey's build, they named drinks after everybody.
I saw that, yeah.
Potions. Did you see that mine was White Justin?
I did not see that.
that was the name of the drink they came up with for me.
They can't all be winners. You know?
I did it. Kind of. Oh. You still gotta open this door, though. Ah, he's still through. Oh, man, I think he's might... Wait.
Oh, the Boston cop slide, but with every ICE agent at once. Thank you. Thank you. I love that if you search for videos of that slide, there's so many people who go down it because they think it's funny. And then they also, like, completely eat shit. Like,
yeah.
Oh, man.
Dude, would be a great double feature. Boston Cop Slide into Milk Crate Challenge, 2020 style.
Oh man, that's a classic.
Man.
That's all-timer.
You know what I would love
falling
to
off
see?
of the milk crates into the slide.
The grape stomping lady going down that slide.
Oh man, she would make a meal.
What kind
out
of
it.
noise would she make? Oh my god.
While being bit by Charlie on the finger. Who knows,
Right?
man?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's wearing white Vans.
Oh yeah. I remember watching the grape stomping lady, like, God, it's probably like 10 years ago on stream. Like, it came up in just some way. And I remember someone being like, so you think this is funny? You think a woman in pain is funny? And like, they were dead serious.
Oh no.
I felt horrible.
It doesn't matter that she's in pain, it's just the noise. If she could make that
the
noise
noise.
Yeah.
without being in pain, that would be equally funny. But I don't think she's got it in her.
I don't know if it would be. It would still be funny. I don't know if it would be equally. The pain does help a little bit to make it funny.
Oh, of course.
I do think it's funny that she's in pain. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Because she was trying to cheat the competition.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
She was violating
And
the rules of fair play.
Yeah, and that can't be
That's
tolerated.
what's funny. Her being a cheater being brought low by her own hubris.
Yeah. Ice Agent Bullet Bill, thank you. That's good.
Everybody was laughing when she fucked around, but nobody wanted to laugh when she found out. And I think that's
Yeah.
dishonest.
My fiance works a very like boring marketing job or whatever, and it's her job to like drum up some buzz for like events that they do at her company. And one of her like if we get this level of attendance goals was she said that she will send her coworker who she calls Cold Cut Chris because he only ever orders cold cut sandwiches for the to cater the event, to the point where somebody at some point had to go, Chris, cold sandwiches again one day, and he had no idea why that would be a problem. One of her goals was like, if we get this much attendance, we'll send Cold Cut Chris down the Boston Cop slide, and nobody thought that was nearly as funny as I did
That's
at her
crazy.
company, and they didn't make the goal. I was so sad.
Oh, man. That'd be, God, being a streamer in Boston, that's such a layup of a goal.
I know. That's what I told her. I'm like, that is a Twitch streamer ass goal. You crushed it with that.
Yeah. Politically neutral Rage Against the Machine, thank you.
Oh God, dude. I've met a politically neutral Rage Against the Machine guy in real life. They are out there. I was getting my hair cut by my hairstylist, and he was like, last minute before our appointment, he was like, hey, do you mind if my brother comes along? He's in town to see like the metal festival here in Chicago or whatever. And this dude's brother was the most like huge cargo shorts with a white monster guy you've ever met in your whole life, with the like the fitted backwards cap and everything like that, whatever. It was like a Orange County Choppers, like
So
really crazy vibe coming off of this guy. And he literally did, while I was getting my hair cut, I couldn't go and I couldn't leave the conversation. I was trapped. He really did hit me with he was like, yeah, Zach De La Rocha was talking about Trump the whole time. And it's like, just play the music, man. I'm like, yes, bro. Amen.
That's so good. The gym I was going to was like a big time cop gym. Like everyone in there was a cop. Rage Against the Machine constantly on. Very funny to me. Like, and like they were able to control the music. Like there's a little iPad up front, so they'd be putting it on. And also there was a day I'm talking to my trainer and I'm like, yeah, it's so hard to date as like a Twitch streamer. Like, you know, you don't really meet a ton of people, and most adults are kind of repulsed by what you do.
Rightfully so.
And a guy walks up and he goes, brother, I hear you. Every date I go on, they find that I'm a cop and they don't want to talk to me anymore. And I was like, huh, yeah, we're exactly the same.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah.
I still think about the Canadian mounted police version all the time. It's like some of those that work forces are the same that ride horses.
Ride horses.
Yeah, you're picking it up.
Yep.
That's huge. I remember talking about my gym once on stream, and someone was like, hey, I live in the area. What gym? And I said it, and he was like, isn't that the gym that refused to close during COVID? And I was like, I didn't know that. I just learned that today, actually.
Don't ask me, man. It's got to be so annoying being Zach De La Rocha. It's like he couldn't have made it more clear. He was singing like, I want to kill the police, and people are still like, he must be talking about someone else.
Yeah, it's got to be really frustrating.
He was quoting like a bad guy. You know?
Right. He was playing a character.
Yes, exactly.
Vanilla Ice, that's all of them. Thank you for the $25.
That is pretty good.
The one and only Mayor Eric Adams. Thank you so much for $100.
wow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. We should like pool a little bit of money and buy a politician. Because
Apparently, it's so cheap.
it's so cheap.
Yeah,
like
it's
I think
really
Eric Adams
so
got like
sick.
$2,000. That was it.
Well, he would get like flights to
Yeah,
places.
airfare,
Like, they'll just
man.
fly you somewhere.
It's not
Yeah,
even
like
worth
business
anything.
class.
Just theoretically, how much could I don't know if I'm just picking a random number, $24,894 yes for in politics.
Oh my god, yeah, I could use my Sky Miles. Buying a politician with Delta Sky Miles.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna try and buy a local politician with scene points.
Dude, those are no joke.
No, I've got a lot of them.
That's how they
Yeah,
paid Tanner Zipchen, the dude who did the pre-movie trivia at the Cineplex.
Man, I miss that guy. I miss the trivia. I miss time play.
Time play. When
the
time
same.
play switched from trivia to just like shitty mobile games where you like throw garbage in a recycling bin.
This is gonna sound horrible, and it's only because I'm really bad at remembering things. Who was the gay guy that lied a whole bunch?
George Santos.
George Santos.
George
yeah.
Santos.
I could not for the life of me. Anyway, he was funny.
He was funny.
He was
he's
very
a funny guy.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
wish
Everyone knew
I wish
exactly
I
who you
didn't
meant.
exactly, but you guys knew who I was talking about. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Thank
The-
you,
the sooner
gay
the
politician who only tells truth. Thank you.
Yes.
A fantasy.
And reanimated Rob Ford. Thank you, thank you. Was he
an
the guy
honor.
who was listening to reggae?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so funny.
He was doing more than listening to
Among,
it.
among many other things, yeah.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh man.
I mean, yeah, Rob Ford, the kind of guy where when somebody goes, "Is he the guy who?" There is
Yeah.
truly an
Yeah.
infinite
100%
bag that you
chance.
can pull from.
Oh my god.
I think the best Rob Ford quote is, "I've got more than enough to eat at home," because he
Yes.
said it while wearing I believe he was wearing a novelty tie with every CFL team logo on it.
And when he said he had
mean-
more than enough to eat at home, of course he was referring to not food.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, and the last thing was Olivia Gondak. It says that I wanted to eat her pussy. Olivia Gondak. I've never said that in my life tour. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home.
Oh yeah, Rob Ford hiking the football and falling over. Really funny.
Also a classic.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80! Say that!
Here's the thing. Okay, so talking about like funny evil guys, is Rob Ford evil or is he just like pure chaotic neutral?
Pretty
Yeah, he was-
evil.
Yeah,
I
he
guess
was
for,
like-
for a Canadian politician.
Yes,
I would say.
I guess for me, like it's only the funny stuff that he did that filtered down. I didn't
Yeah.
have to hear
Yeah.
about like any of his evil political opinions.
When you smoke crack in a video, it kind of like blows out all the
Yeah.
other things you could have been getting the press
Yeah,
for.
yeah, it's a good
right.
deflection.
and shove my foot as far up his ass, because I'm sure it goes real
Yeah,
far.
so you get
I'm sure my will tickle his nose hairs with my foot up his
fat,
ass,
ain't you?
because he's such
Yes, if
I hate Trudeau, man.
If the chickens ever come home to roost for me, I'm smoking crack on stream.
Immediately busting out the
good.
SpongeBob-shaped crack pipe.
Yeah.
Just like you get exposed for something horrible and just immediately doing something even worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
within 1 second.
Within
of-
1
of-
second.
of-
But funny.
there-
Yeah. I'm gonna say a word wrong and pull a pipe out of my drawer. Yeah. I just completely overreact. I just keep doing it.
It's like anytime anybody is like criticizing you, you mispronounced melt earlier, and you're like, well, time to bust out the crack pipe so nobody notices.
On 50 from Evil Bin Laden. Laden?
Oh no! get the crack pipe out.
I gotta get the pipe out. Fuck. God, I still one of my favorite streams I've seen in the last like year or so was Ricky, your your stream where you played everything that was on his hard drive.
I mean, you know, for all the wrongs that guy did, he had pretty good taste in video games, you know?
I like that you could still like, I think it's on like an official government website. You could like browse his hard drive.
Yep. Yeah, you can see all the crap he was playing. And here's the thing, like, it was a lot of stuff that, like, if you were just kicked back in the crib in Abbottabad, Pakistan, those are good games, you know? And it kills me to think that, like, he'd be thinking, like, they're going to kick down my door at any moment while, like, Aerith is getting killed by Sephiroth. He couldn't really appreciate the moment, you know? Like, his mind was always elsewhere.
Yeah, I hope when they get me, they don't post my hard drive.
I was gonna say it's kind of the ultimate like fuck you, right? Is they were like, not only did we kill you, but we posted your search history for everyone to see.
That's fucked up. I mean, even worse, like that's people also get to critique your like your media interests, you know?
Even worse, yeah.
Dipping the crack pipe in water to smoke it faster.
Just slides right down.
That's Grady. That's Grady? That's Grady.
Grady.
Oh, fucking man.
I think you're pronouncing stuff
while.
wrong on purpose to smoke crack, Josh.
Yeah, I just really want the crack.
In a way, maybe withdrawals are just realizing how much life sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I won the lottery and then I lost all of that money gambling or something, I'd be experiencing money withdrawals because money is so good to be having.
Sure.
So it's like maybe the crack withdrawals are like, this was so good for me and now it's gone.
Yeah.
I just don't watch a lot of crappy movies is the thing.
Yeah, I gotta watch more shit movies.
Yeah, you gotta round out the curve.
I watched Hollow Man earlier this year. And that movie is really bad.
That's a rough one, yeah. I think I've seen that one. Is that Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon is invisible.
Oh, that's a bad
He invents a drug that turns you invisible and evil.
Yeah.
It's crazy that there's only like 3 movies where a man is invisible, and Judd Apatow's made like 8 comedies where the women are completely invisible.
Wow. Oh, man. Yes, bro.
Oh.
From the 3-point line.
You know what's crazy is if you take the first part of Biden's name and the last part of Osama bin Laden's name and you put them together, it still makes Biden.
Holy shit.
Biden. Yes, dude.
Oh my god.
Something I've only just noticed.
Whoa.
What could it mean?
Nothing good, brother. Nothing good.
Absolutely
nothing we
not.
didn't already know, obviously, but
Yeah.
Stefan, you posted about it yesterday, but I cannot stop thinking about the bin bombing media guy.
Yeah, Philip Glass saying that he's not performing at the Kennedy Center, and the guy replying and saying, well, that's fine, we'll just replace you with Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
A bit of a downgrade.
That's crazy.
oh man.
that is wonderful.
And yeah, the Twitter user's name was bin bombing media.
God.
I feel like we need to be paying due diligence to Jelly Roll Morton, the OG Jelly Roll. I mean, that guy was unproblematic. He's an old-timey jazz musician for the normal people in the chat.
Oh, there was another Jelly Roll.
There was another Jelly Roll. And his name is Jelly Roll Morton. And frankly, when people were talking about Jelly Roll, and I'm not even kidding, I thought they were talking about Jelly Roll Morton. And it's only now that I realized that it was some weird hillbilly with an upside-down cross tattoo under his eye.
Wow, a lot of right-wing UFC guys talking about Jelly Roll Morton recently.
It's kind of, Stranger Things revitalized the career of Kate Bush. Obviously, maybe like maybe heated rivalry. Heated rivalry had some Jelly Roll Morton in it.
Right.
Jelly Roll Morton is kind of taking me out because I've been listening to a lot of Tom Waits lately, and sometimes when Amazon Music gets to the end of the Tom Waits playlist, it'll just play like a jazz song from like the 1910s called Potato Chips, and it's just this guy singing like, I don't want to eat lunch, I just want to eat potato chips. Like, it's such a crazy era of music.
That's so sick. It took.
That's so
It's
nice.
awesome that it took us so long to realize. Like, we had to sing about all of like the basic shit first before we could get around to like any sort of complex feelings.
But also
so
that song
good.
got the singer arrested at the time.
Yeah, it was obscene.
Yeah.
Did you guys play the game where you get a photo of a U.S. senator and you have to guess whether they're Democrat or Republican?
Wow, no,
No, that sounds
Yeah, that sounds
fun.
great.
sounds easy.
I flunked so. Well, I didn't. I got like 55 or something like that. I was so embarrassed with myself.
What's it called? I gotta check that out.
Someone will know. You know what it's like to be a streamer.
I know, it's brutal. Hardest job in the world.
Yep.
I've been saying that.
Amen.
People have been
That's what
telling
they
me to stop.
Oh God, the boys in purple, man. We risk it all. We give all, so
Boys in
we
purple.
give some or whatever.
I think it's so fitting that we are the boys in purple. Because we got to balance a little bit of the red and a little bit of the blue.
That's so true, man.
And kind of
So
make it all
true.
mixed together and keep this crazy world moving.
That's so true, man. But you know what? Yeah, throw the purple line on the American flag right above the yellow line for the tow truck drivers.
Also,
Oops.
Thin Purple Line Respector, thank you. Back the Purple, thank you.
So I looked up Thin Purple Line, and it's not a real one, but it is a proposed one for security guards.
Sure. I'll take that.
Because in terms of bravery, security guards are halfway between firemen and police officers.
Yeah.
So it's like, you combine the red and the blue.
Yeah.
I almost had like a nervous breakdown. Or maybe not a nervous breakdown, but like a psychic. A bad energy was pervading my brain. I was at the Pearl Harbor Memorial Site in Hawaii, and nobody was going into the museum because going into the museum costs like $9 or something like that. Everybody was crowding the gift shop and buying the 4 for $20 like graphic tees with aircraft carriers getting exploded and like. The text was like December 7th, this day will live in infamy, like we forgive but we don't forget. And they were literally like FaceTiming their families like back in the continental United States and being like, which one of these 4 do we have to? We have to get 4 of them. People were like rushing the door trying to get all these shirts. And right next to it was like a Hello Kitty 75th anniversary Pearl Harbor merchandise kiosk, and I was like, I can't be here right now. I'm going to like look at what's happening to my society.
God.
But I got
really
over
liked
it.
when I was still living in Florida. There was this place near where I lived called the Marion Market, and it was like an indoor flea market. And aside, like there was a lot of like really horrible stuff, like deeply disturbing, inappropriate things people were selling. But one of the things that was funny they were selling was lots of T-shirts of like hot Trump, like Trump with crazy
They
muscles.
love to yassify him.
Yeah. It was, and then you'd pass by a booth selling knives, and you'd be like, "Oh, those have swastikas on them." Huh? and then you leave the market very quickly.
Yeah, that's like Zoe's from Detroit, and so like we'll go to Michigan a lot. And depending on the part of Michigan that you're in, it is a complete toss-up the kind of people you will be running into. So where like you'll go into one, antique market or whatever, and it's like, oh wow, like a matcha bowl, and like all kinds of like very thoughtful like knitted crochets, and then you'll go the next stand over in in the same market, and it is just all Nazi memorabilia, and like it is truly a melting pot over there in some of the less densely populated parts of Michigan.
That was where I was. I was one time going through Zillow looking for houses before I moved here, and I was like, look, you can get this house for like $30,000 in Michigan. And when I clicked on it, they had a full ICP blanket spread on their bed. And the house also looked like it was falling down.
Oh my God.
It was incredible.
For only $30K.
So obviously it doesn't come with the blanket. It's only 30K.
I don't think, well, someone bought me the blanket after that.
Yeah.
So I now own a big ICP blanket. 1840s edgelord reading A Christmas Carol. He's literally me. That's a good
Wow,
one.
Scrooge was kind of the first like black-pilled incel, huh? He was the Joker of the time.
He was a man going his own way.
Yeah.
It is funny to think before it entered like the cultural lexicon, somebody reading it for the first time and being like, "This guy is awesome."
That's you know, it switches a lot like just like a meeting of the minds. Y'all are so powerful when you work together and come up with great names.
That is true. It's you know, law of large numbers. One of you guys is bound to be funny.
Yeah.
I get so mad when I'm lurking in your chats like a creep and not talking ever. That your chats are so funny, and my chat is just out here like going, "When are you gonna play Hollow Knight 2?" Like it's the only thing they say.
Come on, man. You got some funny chatters, man. Do not. I mean, look,
They're getting drowned out.
They do get drowned out, absolutely. I felt honored. I had Faint Bunny in my chat just the other day, and dude, the Faint Bunny 12 Angry Men joke is one of my favorite things that has ever happened on this website.
It is really good.
You got to give respect where it's due, man.
Yeah.
And they were begging to tell it for maybe 4 hours.
Oh, dude. Fartmaster 18. I mean, I don't know if this is a sensitive subject for you since he completely crashed out in your chat like a maniac. He came into my chat and he was like, "Hey, Ricky, what's up?" And I'm like, "What's up, Fartmaster 18? How's it going, man?" And he's like, "I'm good." And I had to address it, but I was like, "So like, what's good, man? Last time we saw you, you had kind of an episode." And he was like, "Yeah, I just kind of want to be normal now." And it made me so happy. Like
That's fair.
Yeah,
I could tell he was like mournful for, like he just didn't want to be in that, you know, phase of his life anymore. Yeah.
Well, you know
That's
what?
good.
I think he can. They can be themselves in your chat. It's already over for them in my chat.
Yes. Oh, 100%. 100%. And I'm happy to give them his like sort of enclave. I had a guy who would come into my chat every 3 months specifically. He was on his special little schedule that he liked. And he was completely harmless, but he would come into my chat and deliver 3 random facts. And he would send them back to back in separate messages, and then he would say, until I return in 3 months or whatever. And he did this for, I want to say, like 9 straight months. And then he finally came back one time when, like, I think I was like doing like a game show or something on my stream, and everybody was like, you know, we were all kind of doing something, and he came in and was interrupting the chat with his 3 facts, and I just banned him because I was just like, just come here and like play along, you know, just like have a nice time. But then he was in my unban requests and was like, not entirely sure why I got unbanned. Mostly just came to mention that to celebrate the birth of my first daughter. And I was like, oh god.
Well, that's not really a fact.
Yeah, I mean, it's not interesting. I can't tell somebody that. Hey, some guy on Twitch just had a kid. Isn't that interesting?
Dude, I remember one day someone came in and just like spammed a bunch of words, and I think it was like in Russian. And I was like, bro, I'm just banning you. I know you're probably telling me to go fuck myself. And like a minute later, everyone in chat is like, no, dude, it says I really love your stream. I really love your stream. And I was like, no, fuck.
That's so good.
Yep. I mean, I had when I first started streaming, I had to put on the English only rule, because I had a bunch of like Portuguese teenagers coming into my chat spamming all of the Portuguese slurs, apparently.
Oh no!
And I just so happened to have this was when I had like 3 viewers, and one of my 3 viewers was Brazilian and was like, "Hey man, you're gonna want to ban them immediately."
Wow.
I think my favorite chat bit in Go Off King's chat is the guy named Watching on Huge Delay, who will like make a joke based on something that happened 20 minutes ago.
I mean, that's really,
awesome.
Really good.
Yeah, that's extremely good.
I mean, there are still so many name change night names that get me to this day. Dad's Farm Failed, All My Fault is still one of my all-time favorites. I'm assuming somebody is already covering Going Back Top.
Oh fuck.
Oh no.
No.
This is huge. This is huge.
Oh my god.
It was looking so over. That's brutal.
Damn.
Ice Agent stuck watching ads. Thank you. Thank you.
Luigi was feeling bad, man. He was on his hands and knees pounding the floor.
Yeah, he does. His like loss pose is him taking the craziest back shots in the world. Ryan, what is Luna watching on repeat that is just like driving you completely insane?
Dude, okay, so there's a couple of things. One, she's not watching it, but she has her own little profile on Spotify so that she doesn't screw up her mom's Spotify Wrapped. And what she mostly listens, she was crashing out on me in December because her most listened to artist was Bob Dylan. Not in that, by this I mean my 5-year-old daughter was crashing out on me, not my wife. So we like immediately had to get separate profiles set up. But she listens to this artist called Toad Sings, which is just someone doing an impression of Toad screaming any song that you could possibly think of. And they have like, it's like the same structure as like Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Like they've been producing content for like 2 years and there's 100 albums or something, so it never runs out. So that's pretty bad. Everything else is all right. Like she's kind of into Adventure Time, which is as far as
that's pretty good.
Yeah, as far as cartoons go, like that she could be watching, it's pretty good. Actually, the worst thing is she's really into Star Wars. So like we're making our way through the originals, and then I guess after that, I don't know. We got the prequels. I don't know if she's ready for the prequels, just because like Episode 1 is like so boring for like 100 minutes.
I mean, you can indulge that interest while she's a kid, but you're going to want to get that out of her real quick. You know?
Yes.
By the time she gets to middle school, no more of that. Ideally.
I'm hoping she finishes the Star Wars by the time Dune Messiah comes out, because she'll be like, she might be 6 by then, and then she'll be ready for that.
Toad Sings reminds me of when I was a kid. We had the Jingle Cats and the Jingle Dogs albums.
Oh, yeah.
And I, like, at the time I was like, oh, this is awesome. It's like dogs and cats barking, meowing to the tune of Christmas songs. This is great. And then in retrospect, I was like, my parents must have fucking hated this, because we would just play
100%.
it 12 hours a day during the holidays.
I have exactly the same story. I bought it from like a Scholastic book fair, the Jingle Cats, because we were a cat family. And then after like 2 weeks, the CD was just broken. And I think my mom was like, "Oh, I guess it broke." Embarrassingly, it wasn't until I was like 30 years old that I was like, "Oh, they broke it. They obviously snapped it in half."
You're halfway through snapping Luna's K-pop Demon Hunters CD or whatever, going, "Oh my god."
I get it now.
Fuck.
You guys ever win a nice prize and something like that?
Fuck.
I don't think so, man. I kind of held, and I guess this is probably not a really unique thing to think, but like I held the belief for a pretty long time that I'm the kind of guy that doesn't ever win anything.
Mm-hmm.
Not to sound dramatic, but like I feel like I win a lot of things, and I feel like it's because it's like karma being like, we've been fucking this guy.
Right. Yeah.
We got to throw him a bone or he's gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah. But like
I want. Go ahead, Justin. Sorry.
I was gonna say, like, I remember going to a casino, the Roosevelt Raceway in Queens, New York, for my mom's birthday, and I accidentally put all of my money on digital roulette on 24, which all of my money was like $100. It was every. I was like, I'm fucked, and I started arguing with the attendant. I'm like, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to bet 5, not 100. And she's like, I'm sorry, all bets are final. And then it fucking hit 24.
Oh, shit.
God.
And I was like, this is the most money I've ever had in my life.
It's like $3,600 or something.
And I was like 28 too. Like this was, I should have had more money than that as an adult, probably.
That's sick, dude.
It fucking rocked. I do feel like I'm never punished. Sometimes.
Did you go again?
Well, in that. No, I think I like kept the original 100 and went and played slot machines and like gave it back immediately. I have one that's even crazier that I'm not proud of. So I was going through a real bad time around the time I moved here. And, you know, I had at the time, I think someone gave me like $100 in crypto, or maybe like $200. And I was like, you know what? I don't even want this fucking shit. I'm going to get rid of it. I've seen there's a lot of crypto casinos. What's this new thing? and I went to one of them and went to a slot machine and won $10,000.
Oh my god!
And I really think it was God reaching down saying, "Don't do it, Justin. Here's $10,000. You've got something to live for now." Oh. It was a very.
Wow.
It was a very. There was a lot of turmoil in my life at that time, and it fixed me. It fixed me. If anyone is ever depressed, get $10,000.
Start gambling.
Yeah. If your life's ever fucked up, just get $10,000 somehow.
I mean, because if you're, it does like logically, and I'm not saying you should, but logically, it does make sense that if you are at rock bottom, you should start gambling because you have only up to
There's
go.
a chance.
Yep.
There's a chance.
I mean, if it's truly rock bottom, man, like I think I've talked about it before on here, but like, it's crazy to me. Like, there's no gambling in my city, except you can bet on horses. So there's casinos with slot machines that base the odds of what slots hit are based on historic horse races.
Yes.
And it shows one frame of a horse race at the end of your spin. So it's considered that you bet on the horse race.
I won one of those, like, guess how many jelly beans are in the jar competitions once.
Oh, nice. It was $10,000?
No, the prize was the jar of jelly beans. Which is still,
that's sick.
It's all right.
I have a new heuristic for that. I was watching a nature documentary where they said that when a baby koala is born, when it crawls out of the birth canal, it's the size of a jelly bean, and then it goes into the pouch and continues to develop, and then it grows up into an adult, and it grows 25,000 times its size. So one koala is equal to 25,000 jelly beans, and then you can scale from there.
Right. You'd be like, this one feels like it's like 1/12 of a koala or something.
1/12 of a koala.
Yeah,
so if you do the math, exactly.
I have like a unreasonably high expectation of casinos. Because my introduction to them was like something crafted in a lab to be as perfect as possible. I lived in South Korea. They built a brand new casino, but it's illegal for South Koreans to gamble. So they built it just for foreigners,
for you.
Essentially. Yes, they built a brand new casino just for me in the 1 year that I was there. And for the first 3 months, they had soft launched it, so it was free food and free drink every day.
Oh my god.
So we would just go and play play the slot machine for $20 and then just eat and drink for free for
that is
awesome.
Hours
and hours.
God, I went to a place when I was living in Florida. There was a legal poker room near me. And for anyone who doesn't know, I lived in The Villages, which is described as a Trump stronghold. And it's a retirement megacity. But in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to go fleece these fucking tourists. I'm going to go to the poker room and destroy these old fucks. And I sit down and I get rinsed. More rinsed than I've ever been in my life. And then through talking to the guys at the table, there were 2 World Series of Poker bracelet holders at my table.
Was the dude with the lizard sunglasses?
Not lizard sunglasses.
Greg Raymer?
It was, they were 2 very old men. But yeah, they were they'd apparently retired to The Villages. And then they go there to fleece idiots like me.
If I walked into a casino, I would, without question, immediately see myself as one of the MIT college kids who fleeced the casino for $7 million. I'm not good at math. I don't know anything about gambling, but in my mind, I would know that I could do that. And I think that confidence is there. They would ruin me off of that confidence.
I only went to Vegas once, and I was 20 years old, so I couldn't gamble or anything. But it was for a comedy festival. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You just actually jostled a memory that I'm forced to confront now after not thinking about it for a decade and a half. I would go on vacations with my parents, and they would always get got by the dudes on the street who are snapping business cards, not for the brothels, which is the Vegas classic, but they'd be like, hey, there's a comedy show. Obviously the guys who are doing the sales, they get a cut when you go there because there's a 2-drink minimum or something like that. So it happened in New York and it happened in Las Vegas. My dad was like, hey, we don't need to look up a good comedy show. We'll just go to this one that the guy on the street told us to go to. And then the first dude came out and it was classic, I hate my wife comedy. and the crowd was eating it up. And then a lady came out and was stripping. She came out and she did like a full strip show, and then another comedian came out and did like another set almost exactly the same as the first set.
Wait, you said you were how old?
I was 21 exactly.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
And I'm fine. Yes, I recovered, but it was a little unusual.
I went to Vegas and all I saw was David Copperfield, and I do wish there was no stripping or hating my wife comedy.
That's got to be so sick, though. He's the GOAT, right?
He is kind of the GOAT, is the thing. Man, I mean, I don't know. Some of you guys might be able to relate to this as well. I don't think I'm necessarily taking a leap here, but we're all men who are obsessed with receiving attention, right? There was a time in my life where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna learn close-up magic.
Of course,
and I literally bought like online. Stefan won.
Yeah,
it's so insane. I'm so mad.
I wasn't even really putting thought into my picks. It just
no, me either.
Holy
That's
shit.
wild. Anyway, I did buy an online course for like $300 to learn how to do
so
close-up
awesome.
magic.
That rocks.
Yeah, and I don't remember any of it. So where did that $300 go? You know?
Do you guys know about my clown history? I don't know if I've ever talked to all of you about
Only
this.
a little bit.
No.
My grandma was a teacher, and when she retired, she became a magician and a clown.
Sorry, I laughed too hard.
I was like, what the fuck? It was like for children's parties and stuff, like she freelanced it. So I learned how to do a lot of magic and some face painting and some balloon animals and stuff. So I've got clown blood in my heritage.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
It is so cool.
I also, so one day I'm having a barbecue with, I used to have like huge barbecues when I lived in New York. And I lived with my grandma, and I look and I'm like, oh, grandma's talking to my friend Cody. That's weird. My grandma usually just stays in the house. And I walk up, I'm like, what are you doing, grandma? She's like, talking to Cody. I'm like, yeah, I see that. Like, you guys know each other? And she was like, yeah, I've known him since he was a baby. I was like, the fuck? And that's when I learned that Cody's mother was also a clown, and they were both in the same clown union.
Wow.
And when my grandma would take me to clown meetings, me and Cody would hang out as like babies.
I have an unfortunate amount of respect for clowning that I really need to sort of train myself out of. And you'd think that it would have been beaten out of me because I literally went to college for comedy writing and performance. And there was a pretty large subsect of the student body who really got interested in clowning. Boy, if you have ever seen a bad comedy show and felt awkward at the person doing a bad job, it is an multiple orders of magnitude worse to watch somebody do bad clown, because they don't even like, there's not even any like vamping that you can do to soften the bomb, you know? You can't be like, well, so anyway, what else is going on, you know? Like it is the most painful shit I have ever sat through in my life.
Yeah, they can't do crowd work. Like
No,
anyone been in a
absolutely.
really tiny car recently?
Oh man. Yeah, I do. Tom Walker is a professionally trained clown, right?
He is indeed.
Yeah.
I respect Tom.
Did he? I believe
heritage.
he trained with the old mime that's in the video with Hillary Clinton.
Clinton,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
The one exactly.
Yeah.
The
Fucking
one
rocks.
who says that only boys can do clown because if you come home and your costume is dirty as a boy, your parents will still love you, but if you do it as a girl, your parents won't love you anymore.
Yeah. That was like his teacher.
Yeah, that is how he learned to clown, is from that gentleman.
Oh my god. I didn't know that. That's incredible.
Philippe, what's the difference for a woman in comedy than a man in comedy? Can they do the same thing?
Comedy is okay, but clown is more difficult.
Yes.
Because if you act a young boy, you come home, your costume is completely dirty, or your mother still loves you.
Yeah.
If you are a girl, it's not sure your father still loves you. So for a woman, it's more dangerous to be.
Mentally stable Twitch viewer, $250. Damn.
Wow, that is crazy. my brain sort of auto-filled that name. I stopped listening after IC, and I thought the name was Justin's grandma in the ICU, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, it'd be terrible. You made me look at my phone because I was like, imagine. And then you.
He's not that good at magic, okay?
Yeah, $300 didn't get me that far.
God, a fun little story. When I was playing in bands one day, the strap lock to my guitar broke, and I was going to play a show, so I needed a strap that didn't have strap lock, and the only place to go was Monster Music on Long Island, famously owned by Chris Angel's father. And the only guitar strap he had for sale had a bunch of Chili Peppers on it. So I bought that guitar strap to go play my show.
That's awesome.
Mind freaked me.
Justin, I know I've told you this, but I think about it all the time. How I was in first year of university, I saw that Chris Angel video where he tore the lady in half, and the top half crawls away and the bottom half also crawls away. And I fucking freaked out, man. I was so scared for like not that long, but long enough to be like embarrassed by like, that can't possibly be true.
I mean, like, as a kid, I was obsessed with magic as well, which is why I ended up buying the course. But, like, I would watch Mind Freak with my dad in the living room. And it's like one of these childhood memories where, like, it is like a moment of intense emotion. So it is just like permanently seared on my brain. But I was watching Chris Angel. We were watching Chris Angel Mind Freak. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, this is real. I can't believe he can actually do this. And my dad just goes, you really think this is real? And then I felt, I didn't even, that was like an emotion I had not ever felt before, is being like negged by my own father.
Holy shit. That's brutal. Also, I like someone in chat saying, I never considered Chris Angel had parents.
He crawled out of the pits underneath Isengard.
You guys ever been to Chris Angel breakfast, lunch, and pizza?
No, but I've heard about it.
I've never heard of this.
It's his restaurant outside Vegas, and I think his whole idea was, well, I love breakfast, lunch, and pizza. But he calls it cabilp. Like, he won't call it Chris Angel's breakfast, lunch, and pizza. He will call it cabilp.
Cabilp.
Oh my God.
Holy.
Well, oh my God.
Ooh.
Taking your stupid name and making it even stupider. I watched a pretty good YouTube video about how Chris Angel was like kind of psychosexually obsessed with David Blaine to a really pathetic degree, and was
Really?
like kind of, maybe not psychosexually, but like constantly like going on radio shows and being like, oh, David Blaine, you're a hack. Yeah, David Blaine, you suck. And like David Blaine literally never once mentioned him. And like, just kind of interesting to recontextualize my goat like that, you know? Like, really, I can't believe I thought the shit you were doing was real, man.
I'm looking at the Chris Angel breakfast, lunch, and pizza menu, and I forgot it has a section that says, the heading is, you're getting sleepy, but sleepy is crossed out, and it says appetizers.
Not even hungry, which would be the obvious line to take there.
Fuck me.
That's crazy. What a change up.
That is incredible.
And this restaurant is still open, and I'm supposed to believe that like 80% of restaurants close in the first year.
I think it's still open. Is it? Yeah, no, it is somehow still open.
That's so awesome.
This is so sick. So I'm looking at now the Cabilp merchandise.
Yes.
They of course have one that says "Forget Vegas. I'm in Overton, Nevada, eating with Chris, cowboys, bikers, and aliens." ... They have don't wine, drink beer. I mean, all of these just also have like eatblp.com. You wanna pizza me for a good time, call, and then I assume what is their phone number. And then they just have Proud America with an American flag superimposed underneath it.
Is that real, Slowpoke? He now has his own ice cream line called Mind Freeze.
Oh,
is that real?
That's kind of awesome.
I mean, that seems like a more natural path than you are becoming appetizers.
I do not want to become appetizers. I know that much.
So the dessert section is called Desserts to Die For, and there's one dessert on it, and it's called Mr. Smiles.
That's just crazy.
You can't be calling anything Mr. Smiles unless you're writing like a horror movie.
Desserts to Die For, Mr. Smiles with an emoji of a smiley face.
Yeah.
Who was watching?
Really
Was it Go Off? Someone was watching the Chris Angel podcasts recently. Was it you guys?
It's really strange. I would have imagined that like Chris Angel's breakfast, lunch, and pizza would be like in any way like magic or like goth themed or anything. It's just like a shitty looking diner. Although there is a cartoon, there is a caricature of Chris Angel drawn on the menu, and it looks like he paid someone $15 on Gaia Online to draw his OC.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Chris's bag of tricks. Okay, cool.
Ricky, can you go to the very bottom of the menu and read the quote from Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
It's really long.
Okay. Family is everything. It's how I discovered this amazing place and the incredible Moapa Valley community. I'm so honored to share with you the incredible talents of my family and friends by providing... Whoops, I don't... Well, you know what? I'll take it. Why not? By providing a wonderful, dynamic selection of the highest quality foods, desserts, and spirits for you and your family's enjoyment. We look forward to dining with you at Cablp, pronounced Cablip, semicolon. Okay, great. Here's to good eating, fun, and a bit of magic, ... from Chris.
Well, I'm sold.
Also, you can reserve the magic room or love table for that special occasion.
Yeah, and that's a table in the middle of the restaurant that you can fuck on while everyone's like eating.
No way.
Yeah, they serve pizza off your naked body. Yeah.
I've never really conceived of Chris Angel as like a being. Like as a human,
like,
as
like
a
a
human
real
that
guy.
is like was born as a baby and got older and now is even older than the last time that I thought of them.
Yep. It's crazy to think that like once the cameras were off, he just like, got in his Corolla and drove home, like that's weird to think about.
Like he seems like the sort of thing that like just spawns when you take too long to beat a level.
Oh God. Oh, you see that there's like a picture of Guy Fieri going around where he looks normal. Is that real or is that like an AI generated joke? He looks crazy.
Oh, it's a Super Bowl ad. Okay,
Yeah.
No spoilers, please. That looks like a Super Bowl ad that Bryan Cranston is going to show up in.
That's
really
insane.
And it's going to piss me off a little bit.
He looks like a congressman paying for an abortion for his mistress. That is an unbelievable turn for my boy Guy.
I mean, I feel bad. Not that I had a lot of respect for him, I guess, but I always liked him. But it made me lose a lot of respect for him seeing that. I just look at him differently now. I feel like it's got to be how people like I shaved my beard once, and I could feel how everyone who watched me in chat and my partner at the time being like, "Oh, like I'll never look at you the same."
Devastating.
Because now I've seen this.
Yeah, there's a boy under all that beard.
Yeah, I look like a 6'2", 11-year-old boy. It's
I've
really
mentioned
upsetting.
this on my stream a couple of times, but my father shaves his eyebrows and always has for my entire life, at least. And it is kind of a thing that I have gotten to witness multiple times with multiple different people and like different partners of mine or whatever. Where they don't ever realize until the moment I tell them, "Hey, have you noticed that my dad doesn't have eyebrows because he shaves them off?" And then it is like they are like the protagonist of a Lovecraft story who has glimpsed the beyond, and they can never look at him the same way because it really is so jarring once you realize that he looks like, sorry, a little bit of a mutant. Not to be rude to my, the guy that raised me, but.
It's just a style choice.
I have no idea why he does it. My mom told it to me, and I had this moment when my mom was like, "Have you ever noticed that your dad shaves his eyebrows?" My mom, who divorced him when I was 2. So that was sort of, I think, maybe leverage, to kind of get one up in the parenting debacle. But yeah, no, I don't know, and she doesn't know why. I think it's just how he likes it to be. I really don't know. Oh, damn!
Good race.
Good try, Ricky.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played. Well played. Damn.
It's intense.
Backshots.
He's pounding the floor, but he's not tapping out. That's a different motion.
Right. I randomly got the Mama Liz's chili oil guy on my Instagram reel algorithm yesterday.
The Duet Boomer. Yeah.
Yeah, the Duet Boomer. And I went to his profile for the first time. I've only sort of taken him in by osmosis. I went to his profile for the first time, and in his description, he is, rattling off his bona fides. And the last line of his description on Instagram is father of Mr. Suck and Fuck. And,
I did not know that.
Apparently his son has a fitness Instagram like influencer page, and he calls himself Mr. Suck and Fuck for some reason.
What the fuck?
But just so you know how deep the family ties go, the Duet Boomer is father of Mr. Suck and Fuck, and that's
but he didn't. So he didn't name him that when he was like a kid. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not his given name.
All right.
I tried to glean why his name is Mr. Suck and Fuck, and he just posts like fitness and health videos. So
Incredible.
I couldn't even figure it out.
The fucking is whatever, but the sucking has a certain implication.
Right. Yeah, right.
Oh, shapes. It's got to be shapes.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't even considered that the implication that the sucking, I mean, it points in a very specific direction where fucking is just sort of like, unilateral.
Yes. And not my best game.
Frankly, I'm amazed I did as good as I did, because this is not, I am not very good at Mario Party, or specifically Jamboree.
I mean, what the hell is the Amble Award, man? Isn't Amble just kind of like it's a word you use for someone who's just kind of moving around with no purpose?
Yeah.
Man, I had
work,
one less minigame than Justin there. That was really close to me
That's
winning.
crazy.
Wow, nice, man. Yeah, that's the award for the guy who couldn't really figure out what was going on, I guess.
Well, thank you for joining me, everybody.
Yeah, that was great.
Absolutely.
Of course,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Ryan, big shout out, dude. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for
thank
joining
you,
us.
No, it was my
Yeah.
pleasure to be here. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for assuming that I would be ready at 9 a.m., which I know took a lot of faith.
Yeah, I believed in you the whole time.
Well, I hope you guys have a good rest of your stream. Keep the momentum rolling. Have a lot of fun. Raise a lot of money for a good cause.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, big
dude.
dog.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right, later, guys.
Bye, y'all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I forgot how to spell. I forgot how to spell any word. That's the word right there. And then just call it Swag Thursday. Out of respect for the charity, I took Mr. No Back Hair out of my title. But I do want to be called Mr. No Back Hair, so I'm going to put that back in there. Wait, you're so real. It's not Wednesday. It's Thursday. And I wrote Thursday. I wrote Thursday the first time. Father of Mr. No Back Hair. That's what I should call my dad. Mr. Year-Old PC. I literally got it in October. That is, I guess technically it is a year ago. But also, it's only 3 months ago. So I'm going to choose to use the 3-month interpretation. And a baby stays a newborn for like a year. Even though I have a child, I'm fuzzy on the newborn to baby to toddler to kid to tot. To tween, to adolescent, like I'm not sure 100%. I don't know how long is a baby a newborn? First 28 days. However, the stage is often colloquially extended to the first 2 to 3 months. Damn, they really said get your newborn ass a job or something like that. You get to relax for 28 days. Then they're like, okay, get the fuck out there. Jesus, man. That's so crazy that you could have a baby on like January 2nd, and on January 31st, they're like, well, I hope you enjoyed your break. Gamers, we're playing something new today, and I'll be honest, this was not on my radar in the slightest. Then I got an email from my manager who said, hey, a lot of people have been talking about this game, and they emailed you to say you can play the demo and check it out. And the demo the marketing for it was very interesting. Can I tell you what really grabbed my attention? First off, it is a surreal strategy game. It has like a 8-bit NES style aesthetic to it, which I'm a bit of a sucker for. But also secondarily, this is what got me. It said, additionally, I don't even, oh, you know what? It's a private thing, so I can't read this out loud. But suffice it to say, they basically said, if you need help with the demo, here's like a scavenger hunt that you can go on, complete with quest givers and NPCs to get help with how to play the game. And I was like, that's awesome. That's a great idea. They did not say, like, here's a link to a document that will give you talking points for how to play the game. They said, you need to go here, find a specific quest giver that I believe is a real person trying to be a quest giver and, like, solve a riddle, and then maybe someone will help you, which I think is very cool. So other than that, I don't really know what's going on, but I think they are going to have a demo in Steam Next Fest, which is starting in early February, and we're going to give it a try and see what we can figure out, man. A man steps on stage and taps a microphone. Good evening. Before we begin the game, there's a few announcements. First, due to unexpected circumstance, the part of the player will be performed by an understudy. A couple of audible groans and one muffled boo erupt from the audience. Now, there's no need for that. This kid may not be a star yet, but I've seen her rehearse and I can guarantee that she'll impress you. I'm used to the boos. That doesn't bother me. She may not have had time to memorize any of her lines, but, well, neither have any of you. That's pretty good. You know what? I don't know if I'm maybe the only person on earth who's seen Spinal Tap 2. The one joke that really got me in a movie that was otherwise, like, not that good is when they were getting the personal training and the personal trainer said, I peeped your guys' birth certificates and let's just say the candles are starting to cost more than the cakes. I thought that was a classic little Christopher Guest type line. Second, we'd like to warn you that this production features a significant amount of obscenity. But before all the parents in the audience begin covering their children's ears, know this. This stage is enchanted, such that the obscenities can only be heard by those of sufficient emotional maturity to handle hearing them. And finally, the waiting room would like to issue an apology for failing to complete the script before this performance. They're working on it as I speak, so it's my pleasure to announce that tonight's performance is also a race. Who will win? The writers furiously working to finish the script or the performers attempting to perform it? I can't answer that question, but I can announce that the race begins now. We hope you enjoy the game. It's the type of stuff they were doing on Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip in 2007, bro. Where should you start? You were walking through the woods when the world around you shattered. Holy. This was both alarming and inconvenient. Isolated on a lone stretch of ground, you were transfixed as the broken landscape began to rearrange itself. I see. Okay, so there's an element of match 3 here. Your eyes followed trees and hills, collapsing in lines of 3 as if the forest you knew were a knot becoming carefully untangled. You dared not move from your position as the ground beneath your feet quivered in anticipation of shattering further. Until the court slid into view. At first you weren't sure you could trust your eyes, but there it was, a great shining structure among the roiling landscape, something stable and enclosed, a shelter. You kept your eyes on it, hoping it would draw close enough you might peer inside of its windows. Easy. Look at that. And just as it came near, the shattered landscape lurched. With little warning, the forest snapped back together as if someone had pulled the knot of reality tight once again. Except by now it wasn't the forest you knew, it was hardly even a forest. You stood stretched and began the hike towards the court. Oh my god, there's more stats. Later, while the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. Hoping to avoid any attention, you sought out a more isolated part of the hall, an empty table near an exit where no one would pay you much mind. A sound plan, except... Guards? The hall was soon overflowing with people, and your table was no exception. The young man seated to your right began engaging you in idle conversation. The weather, how you found the meal, the role of the individual in a society, how you preferred to make your bed, these sorts of subjects. Eventually, he inquired about how you came to arrive at the court, which answers my question quite thoroughly while raising many more, he says as you conclude your tale. But forgive me, you haven't finished your story, have you? You admit there's a bit more, though you've yet to make sense of it. The people within the court were earnest but odd. After your arrival, you attempted to get some answers about your whereabouts and the strange circumstances outside, except they spoke mostly in riddles and nonsense, didn't they? Can I say something? This is like a Barney Stinson Facebook profile photo. I don't know if Barney Stinson ever consumed wine on How I Met Your Mother, but it's giving Barney Stinson right here. This is like VGA, CGA, Tandy, old PC graphic, Barney Stinson, Facebook profile photo circa 2007/1991. Let's look at a map. That seems sensible. A pair in front of a blackboard discussing magic, a woman in a helmet doing her taxes at a picnic table, a man resting on the shade of the wall, or a small cat bathing in the sun atop the walls. There appeared to be a seminar of some sort taking place in the courtyard. A seminar on magic, if you understood the textbook on the blackboard completely. So, okay, first you take a metaphor, then you stretch it really thin, right? Like really thin, so thin you forgot its original purpose. Then you inflate it. Right, just inflate the metaphor. I prefer to use my lungs for that. Then as it's inflating, you twist it, like, hang on, like so. You still following? I think so. And hold on. Ta-da, there, it now resembles a dog, a delight for children and such. So what happened to the metaphor? It's a lovely little balloon dog now. I see. I'm so meta, even this acronym. They seemed a bit busy, so you left them to it. Are you seriously going to tell me about every individual conversation you had in excruciating detail? No. No, he's right. You can skip most of this. What's important is what happened next. Finding no immediate answers inside the court, you moved to the top of the walls and looked outward. Perhaps there was something you could see from this vantage that would shed more light on your situation. To the contrary, conditions outside the walls were even stranger than they were at the time of your arrival. The rest of the shattered landscape had now melted away. The court stood alone amid a void. But not for long. Like a rush of water, new surroundings began to surround. Much of the new topography was familiar to you. You could identify fields, water, woods, and hills. But there was something else to see. A menacing group of other courts were also part of the landscape. You were not alone in noticing these courts. Someone shouted, "The war! The war! The war is here!" Someone else, "That can't be. Puck said no wars until we find the queen." Then perhaps he should explain that to them. Surrounded by the enemy on all sides and bereft of an obvious course of action, the people of the court began to pray. A man stepped forward and offered the first prayer. "I genuinely wish no harm upon our enemy. I merely pray they would fade into obscurity." That's my job. I understand this now. Wow, I didn't expect that to work, but thanks. The woman named Robin offered the next prayer. "My notes are quite clear on this. Prayer does not work. Our time is much better spent steering the court. Remember, their soldiers cannot cross water. We should try to take shelter behind a moat until the tide comes in." This seems scary to me because it seems like I'm going to make myself close to them. Now that the river protects us from nearly half of the field. Hills should also slow their advance, so for my next prayer, but the next prayer did not belong to Robin, it belonged to the cat. Meow. So long as we're making demands, then my wish is to be fed. Have some wheat. Hey, you probably didn't notice, something just happened over there. Matching fields, the court has acquired more food. Similarly, other parts of the battlefield can be matched to earn water, wood, or gold. None of those fairies in the court will tell you this. Their religion forbids them from acknowledging the existence of the user interface. But I am a secular tooltip. I fear no god. I will do my best to provide you with this vital information. You're welcome. Yes, more of that, please. Okay. That wasn't my tempo. I was choosing a different wheat, but that's fine. I was choosing that wheat. Robin then bemoaned the loss of the moat. "And we face many more of the enemy than before. Why must I bother?" The scholars of the blackboard now chimed in. "We've identified the most strategically sound location, this spot right here. If we just steer over there very carefully, we should be fine." But Robin interjected, "Stop! Look at the clock! It's almost low tide. We have time for only one more move." So the clock and the time left is this unassuming progress bar at the edge of your vision. Oh, okay. Much like life, every move you make will deplete some more of your remaining time. If we have only one prayer left, what do you suggest we ask for? We might as well pray for a miracle. Well, that's a start. Apologies, but another explanation from me. Your humble tooltip is in order. The previous move chained multiple matches. Because of this, you've earned some bonus time. For the fairies of the court, this might as well be a miracle. Is there any chance we could do that again? But there was no such chance. The next prayer would be the last one. It also belongs to me. Okay, good. If I do this, one of the forts around me will fall down, and maybe we'll be in a safer position. No, I fell down too. Places, everyone. Windows were shuttered, doors were slammed. Large swaths of people emerged from further inside and formed a line near the gates. A tap on your shoulder. One of the scholars. We could use some help in the dressing room if you have a free hand. Along with the scholars, introduced to you as Hop and Skip, you sorted through a large pile of costumes, props, and weapons. Check the tag on that, would you? Make sure I put it together properly. Click and hold. Farmer. Working fairy gathers food from fields. If it looks correct, feel free to hand it out. Oop. You handed the bundle of farmer's apparel to the first person in line. Unperturbed by the idea of harvesting wheat in the middle of a battle, they whistled as they marched out of the front gate. Now deploy another farmer. Now see if this one fits anybody. For 3 bread, 1 wood, and 1 gold, we create a soldier. Offensive fairy that attacks the enemy. You handed a bundle of armor and weapons to the next person in line. She tested the weight of a weapon in her hand. I haven't received any training, so I'm just planning to hit anything that doesn't belong to us. After this minimal preparation, the scholars considered their work finished. I'd place our chances of survival somewhere near abysmal, but I'm afraid this is the best we can do. A small mercy at least that the Queen is not here to witness this. And so you waited with the others for the battle to commence. I must pester you one more time before I take my leave. There is an undo button. Use it to change your mind as many times as you wish before starting the battle. However, the official editorial position of this tooltip is that you are liable to lose no matter how many times you change your mind presently. When you are ready to lose, press play to proceed to the battle. Okay, so no amount of farmers is going to save us. And we don't have enough to make another soldier. Should you ever desire the company of your loyal tooltip, all you need to do is click and hold over any button or tile, and I will do my best to explain it to you. Hang on. I'm getting a little meta game type, like maybe we can use that to get a tooltip on something that expands the game beyond merely the horizons of what we've seen up to this point. Games by Charlie Kaufman be like give me a tooltip on this curtain, or give me a tooltip on this. Offensive job, turn property damage into profit. Well, maybe just press play for now. Commence battle, even if we're guaranteed to lose. The music does go crazy, man. They're literally in my base and they're literally killing my dudes. Alright, I've been killed. I dropped my ice cream. And then, sometime later, as the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. The man to your right is beside himself with laughter. Okay, so our court, caught off guard by a sudden war, stumbled behind enemy lines, made a token attempt at resistance, and was summarily toppled. Do I have that right? Yes, that does appear to be an accurate summary. Well, then I'm certainly glad I slept through that. As you look at your surroundings, a switch flips in your mind. Your own story makes little sense now that you think on it. How did your companion pats your arm? Don't worry about it. I thought I would get a tooltip on you. Or a tooltip on you? Wait, hang on. The table has HP. Table with cloth. A table dressed in finery. The table has 20 HP. Bush. A tree with refined courtly... Wait, hang on. I thought maybe I could do some match 3. Like, what if I could drag this and match 3 pizzas together and something would happen? Get, like, the tables to... Move the pizza down, the tables match 5, and then it completely reshapes the room. If our court couldn't withstand physical destruction, we wouldn't last 5 minutes within the pull of the tide. But enough of that, it's about time I made some introductions. As you've narrowly avoided learning, this place is called Titanium Court. Meanwhile, I have the honor of being the steward of the court. My name is Puck, although my lovers and enemies call me Goodfellow. I'm chief advisor and friend eternal to our fair queen. As fancy as that sounds, in practice it means he's unemployed. One of the scholars, the man named Hop, has approached your table. He appears to have had a drink or 2, or 4. He pulls up a seat between the two of you and assumes a jovial posture. Guess the queen stood us up, eh, good fellow? Lucky for her, I'd say. I'd skip town too if I knew what a sorry showing the court would make. But on the plus side, we can continue draining her wine cellar. Now, are you going to help me with that, good fellow, or are you just going to stare at me? I don't mind either way. Puck, staring at the scholar, mouth agape, slowly inhales and pinches his nose. What fools these! How drunk are you, Hop? The queen is right here. I've been speaking to her for the entire feast. I'm the queen, man! Appropriate record scratch. Hop blinks, looks at you, looks at Puck, turns bright red. Oh, huh, I see it now. That calls for Her Majesty's finest vintage. I'll be right back. As Hop makes a quick exit, you look steadily at Puck and shake your head. There's no use denying it now, not after the tale you just told me. If you'd like more proof, just take a look at where you're seated. You slowly take in your surroundings. Uh-oh. Puck smiles. Now, if I may conclude my introductions, let me introduce the court to your majesty and likewise. He stands up and addresses the entire hall as he says, Long absent, the Queen of Titanium Court, always a stranger, has arrived. Cheers erupt and dessert is served. To your left, Hop returned with an armful of glasses and bottles. And about time, too. Good fellow, did you tell her about the war yet? Titanium Court! Chapter 1, a place beloved only of clowns and criminals. It's got a sense of style, there's no doubt about that. Having escaped the birdcage, the court now arrives at its initial destination. Taking a spyglass to the top of the walls, you see if the sign ahead can give you any clues or directions. Dead end! Some one painted April Fools in big black letters on a dead-end sign. I know this one. This is a memento mori. I hear they're popular among mortals. Popular is a stretch based on the kind of discourse I get when I tell everybody they're going to die in a simple game of PUBG. This one is quite simple, perhaps even unrefined. It says dead end, so any mortal who reads it can remember exactly what awaits them at the end, in case they forgot. Precisely. Okay, well, where you're from, this sign generally means you can't proceed any further. As you say this, a gasp. Her Majesty is right. The court is not facing forward. We've been letting the tide carry us backwards ever since the feast. Well, in that case, how should we go about correcting the misalignment? The cat responds to this question by falling asleep on your lap. The beast is right. A good night's sleep should return the court to its default state. And so the court decides to retire early for the day. Oh, holy. Look out the window? While we're here, we might as well. Alright, that's kind of sick. It is a little celery man-coded. A man approaches you with a business proposition. Despite your coronation occurring only very recently, it appears that solicitors have already found their way into your office. Hee hee, Little Bird told me you're looking for some keys, Your Majesty. Actually, you are looking for your keys. Can you assume he knows their location? Oh, well, I don't know about those keys. But what I do know is where you can find some more demo keys. Demo keys? That's right. Real hot commodity, very exclusive, very hush-hush. As in keys to the demo you're currently playing? Why would you need more demo keys? You're already playing the demo. But are your friends playing it? How about your family, your workplace, your local Girl Scout troop? Think about it. You could start a whole movement here. So he doesn't know where your actual keys are. Alright, well, I don't know. That's kind of a sick way to market the game if that's what they intended. The salesman shows you the map and explains the directions. Okay, so you've seen this before, right? You have, but no one thus far has offered an explanation for it. You assumed it was some sort of map. Hey, it kinda is, but it changes every day, so I'd say it's more of a weather report. But it's pretty simple. Each of these rows is a battle. Within a given row, each column is a battlefield. Do you follow? No, you don't. Hey, you'll figure it out. But importantly, did you know you can choose from 3... Sleeper agent activated. You can choose from 3 potential battlefields before every battle? No, you did not know that. Here's where you're at right now, right in the middle of the war. To get home, you're first going to have to make it to the end, which is right up here, before or after the dragon. After! Of course, but making it to the end isn't enough. After that, you need to make an exit. Given the abstract nature of movement through the tide, would you be willing to elaborate on that? Oh yeah, it's confusing, right? These routes were conjured back in the 60s. Everyone was hopped up on allegory or something. Around here, making an exit means you consciously got to leave the path you're on. You know, like you got to fundamentally change as a person. Okay, this may be a long shot, but does he have any specific advice for how you might do that, preferably in a safe and non-traumatizing way? Do I ever, Your Majesty? That's our specialty. He sweeps his arms back to reveal a shelf of bottles under a marquee that reads Love Potions. Not at all. Nothing changes a person more than love. Okay, you take a deep breath. If his love potions function like those described in stories, i.e. forcing an individual to fall in love with a person they otherwise have no interest in, then you have absolutely no interest in them. Your Majesty, with all due respect, that's messed up. I don't sell anything like that. You've been hearing some weird rumors, huh? I blame my competition. Please let me set the record straight. My potions cannot create love from nothing. They merely expand the love that already exists within you. Now, if you're new to love potions, I definitely recommend starting small. Like this one, full of love for something called baseball. This one is great for beginners. The effects are really mild. Drink it and you'll end up liking this baseball just a bit more than you already do. That's it. He sells beer. I get it now. That's a beer. You suppose that does sound relatively harmless. If he also thinks it will help you return home, you might as well give it a try. Perfect. Oh, come on. Just put your wallet away. I'm not going to charge you for it. Just take it. And so you return to the court with a new map of the war and a single complimentary potion of liking baseball. You notice with some satisfaction the court has acquired a considerable amount of wealth during this war. You're not the only one to notice this wealth. However, as priests from the cult of Market soon arrived demanding an audience. They got me surrounded, bro. It's been known to the Church of Market for quite some time that Titanium Court has been operating without appropriate spiritual guidance. You do not have a bishop of Market among your upper management. In fact, as far as we can tell, you do not have any upper management at all. Yes, despite drawing power from Market, you do not have any executives aboard or even a mission statement. Your cash flows are unoptimized and you have sent no representatives to our corporate retreats. The Church considers these infractions to be nothing short of fiscal heresy. Of course, we were willing to overlook this when the court was operating at a consistent loss, but now that it's profitable, they would like a cut, I assume. A cut? Hardly the opposite. In fact, the Church of Market demands a merger. Worry not, our legal team will handle all the paperwork. Your titles will remain unchanged, although we will provide a competent management team to oversee all operational decisions henceforth. You suppose you might as well ask what the consequences of your refusal will be. Futility. We are prepared to pursue a merger by force if necessary. Oh, you weren't aware that the court was listed on any sort of public index that would facilitate such a takeover. Could they tell you which one? Surprised by the question, the three of them huddle and confer for a few minutes before addressing you again. Your Majesty is a shrewd negotiator. We have adjusted our offer as follows. To preserve the cultural leadership of Titanium Court, we now offer to prepare one of your existing courtiers to act as the court's spiritual guide. Whoever you choose will accompany us to our cathedral where they will train and ultimately be ordained as a fully fledged member of Market. This offer certainly seems a bit more reasonable, but you refuse to send anyone unwilling to go. Is there anyone willing? Your Majesty, I've been thinking about getting my MBA for a while now. Please send me. You have no objections, and thus Leland. Leland? Texas-type name. Leland, so that was his name, leaves with the cultists to go to business school. Tonight when we slay the dragon, the water will turn to cherry wine, bro. Your courtiers cry out in alarm. You spy a great dragon soaring above his lair in the distance. Here is what he says. But before he can say anything, one of your courtiers approaches you nervously. Your Majesty? Well, you've overstayed your, Oh no! You've completed the demo! I knew it was gonna happen at some point. What about the dragon? Don't worry, your save file will be carried over to the full version should you choose to purchase it. You'll be able to pick up exactly where you left off. Goodbye, I hope you enjoy the full game once it's out. Dude, this was great. I had a great time playing Titanium Court. The demo, I mean, you might have snagged the QR code like during the stream. I think that's a very cool way to distribute that. But also, the demo is coming out in Steam Next Fest in February. I don't know when the full game is coming out, but I will be seated and paying attention. Thank you to the developer and publisher for hooking me up. I appreciate it. That was a great demo. How's your HRV? Disappointed to inform you, my Samsung watch has been negging me and telling me my sleep HRV has been downgraded from good to fair. And the worst part is, it's giving me like action items. It's like, you should work on your sleeping heart rate variation. And I'm like, bro, I don't have any control over that. That shit's like in my brainstem. The one I have control over that I'll admit is funny is they do keep telling me to go to bed later. Like, they're like, last night you went to bed too early. When do you sleep? Know what I'm talking about? Pachinki time. I went to sleep at 9:15 last night, and it said that the average person my age goes to bed around 11. So, I mean, here's the thing, though. Mr. Samsung, I ain't trying to be average. I'm trying to be older than the average. Excuse me? It's hunting season. Eyes up. Anyone see him yet? Call him out if you see him. I see him. Call him out. Call him out. You get the satisfaction. Listen, I'm not teamed with Yeti. I'm not teamed with them. But until they get out of the car, I'm not wasting all my ammo shooting the car. Remember when the Netflix CEO freaked out and tried to rebrand the Quickster? I have never heard of this before in my life, but it sounds really funny. What's crazy is that could have been a real person, bro. The shots were way too good. We could all be watching Quickster right now, because I kind of feel like the Netflix model was just so good it would persevere regardless of the name, but the idea that we would all be watching stuff on Quickster is kind of crazy. I don't know, maybe Quickster wouldn't have taken off. But I was the dumbass thinking like maybe Quibi had a chance. Looking back, I'm like, what the hell was I talking about, bro? Quibi never stood a shot. Like, what am... Stop shooting it. Stop shooting! I'm getting ammo, you bot. Bro, that's not a bot. They're wiggling. They're doing a that dude, that was a real person! They were doing a wiggle instead of a lean. B-girl commodity. That's a real person, bro. That's how real people name themselves. One battle after another, bro. Look it up. Oh, how did that not hit? Who's the funniest Beatle? Tell you, after watching Spinal Tap 2, not Paul McCartney. I'm gonna have to say Ringo's pretty goofy, but John's walk is undefeated. Bro learned from the ministry of silly walks. No doubt about it. Who's the wokest? Everyone's gonna say George because he had long hair. Unironically, probably Paul, because his wife was a vegetarian in like 1971. It was basically only a dietary habit for Buddhist monks at that point. I gotta give Paul some credit there. His wife was woke, so he must be. He might have gone vegetarian too, I don't know. His daughter too? Holy cow, the meatless family, bro. Oh, shit. Whatever. That's why God gave you shoes. Paul killed a guy? No, man, no. Paul might be dead. I think my grandma really believed that Paul McCartney had died and been replaced by a doppelganger. There's worse conspiracies? I guess so. It just kind of seems crazy to me that they would be like, oh, guys, horrible news. Paul McCartney died. What should we do? One thing we could do, obviously, is announce his death, and then people would mourn him because we lost a great artist way before his time. Or they could be like, what if we just got a guy who kind of looks like him and just pretended nothing happened at all? Like, the second one just seems like way crazier. Damn, the rose hip abductors must be fried. That's a bot. What? I don't buy it. One more, bro. Give me one more. Oh my god. That was actually legitimately a real person, because the bot took out a grenade. They throw smokes all the time. That was not a smoke. That was a stun. He was literally rushing me. My life was in peril. They hate me just for existing. I don't know where they are, and I'm sick of pretending. Maybe the motorcycler, who I may or may not know, will draw some fire. Okay, all right. Apparently I'm not in as safe of a spot as I thought I was. Bro, where are you? Where are you? He's got the Farsight XR20, bro. Use logic? You can just type, I don't know where they are. You don't have to go like Sherlock Holmes mode. My damn vest is completely cracked. I gotta farm another one off a bot. Consider the tree. That's the dude who got the drop, too. That's a drop-sounding gun. Come on, bro. Oh, that's bad. Stand still. He might not know I have the self-defib. Don't shoot. Surprise. There's no need for all of that. That's bad. Bro, this is an insane lobby, bro. Holy cow! You watch It Was Just an Accident on the ride today? No. I've never heard of it, which leads me to believe it's some kind of like Angel Studios joint, if I had to guess. I don't know. I haven't even talked about the media yet. I watched Bob Trevino Likes It on the ride today. I think that movie is really good. Anyone else see Bob Trevino Likes It? No, man, I have not seen it. It's pretty good. I also watched, I've watched the last 40 minutes of Sentimental Value, which was also really good. And the end of the movie is the best part. Not in some glib way, because, you know, that's when you get to stop watching the movie. It's Just an Accident. It's a good Iranian film. It sounds like the sequel to Sex and the City. You gonna watch Melania? I am doing a Brett Ratner retrospective, so I think, like, I should. I kind of have to, because I have to see where it slots in. Like, I know it's probably, he worked on that. He didn't work, he's the director, bro. That's why he's trying to get Rush Hour 4 made. That shit sold 1 ticket in Europe, a single ticket. That seems crazy, because isn't she from, like, Slovenia? You think, like, maybe they don't need to see the movie because they're, like, they know her in real life or something? It was the Love Lies bleeding guy. I wonder if he's out of the joint yet. Pack one, pick one, celebrity cellmate. Of individuals that are in prison presently, I'd have to think about it. See, a lot of people are saying Sean Combs right now, which I don't really want to be in the Sean Combs cell. Martha Stewart, yeah, but Martha Stewart is a coward's choice because she's not in prison anymore. Is a baddie, of course we'd all agree, but is not currently incarcerated. She's in sort of like a commercial advertising jail where she's doing a bunch of videos with Snoop Dogg or whatever. Joe Exotic? I think that might also still suck. But it could be funny. Speaking of which, Snoop is streaming right now. We don't fuck with Snoop Dogg anymore. Bro is getting a lot of credit for having like one classic, admittedly classic, doubtlessly classic rap album. And then just like kind of just existing after that. Kind of like he's famous just for being that guy from commercials now, which seems so insane. That's not true, you're right. He is famous for also smoking weed, which, as we all know, is very cool. But otherwise, he strikes me almost like The Rock in that famous for being famous tier. The Rock has been in a lot of movies, but like, we haven't seen him. Let's be honest. Okay, this is a so fucking unbelievably insane name. But also the second time we have seen that name is that's kind of unbelievable. I'm not sure if that's a real player. I mean, the name is so crazy. What would be the title of the Rock times Snoop movie? Before we do this, can we make sure that they have not been in a movie together? Because it certainly seems to me like that it easily could have happened already. Like, did you know the streaming is not Twitch streaming, but like video. I can't talk anymore. I'm sorry. Not Twitch streaming, but like the streaming landscape for movies is so funny. Like sometimes you'll just open Prime Video and you're like, oh, there's a new movie starring like 8 Oscar winners that I've never heard of, but it has that fuck-ass like sky blue background and yellow text that indicates there's a 100% chance it's going to be total dog shit. And then it comes out, and it must have cost like at least $50 million to make. It comes out, nobody watches it, nobody ever talks about it, and it fades from existence within like 12 hours of its release. It's so crazy. Treasure Planet? No, bro, not Treasure Planet. I'm talking about the new Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista movie. I guess they're not 8 Oscar winners, but they might be at some point. Yeah, Wrecking Crew. What the hell do you mean there's a new Dave Bautista movie? I would have heard about it, surely. Hey. Somebody took a shot at me when I was doing that. Movies cooked, I'm afraid. There's some good ones this time of year. Well, I should rephrase. There's not good ones this time of year in January for the most part, although I heard Bone Temple's pretty sick. But there's great ones in premium video on demand. A lot of the movies trying to win Oscars that have decided nobody else is going to go see them in New York and Los Angeles. It was just an accident, for example. Bro, I told you, I don't really care what happens to Carrie, Miranda, Samantha, or Charlotte. I kind of care what happens to Miranda, to be honest. But otherwise, it was just an accident. I'm not watching it. You could keep glazing new movies instead of complaining about Sturgeon's Law. I've been online enough, but I haven't been online enough to know what Sturgeon's Law is. That being said, I've been glazing new movies. I said, has anyone seen Bob Trevino Likes It? And then one person said, yes, it's Tear Slop. Which I guess is a movie that makes you cry is Tear Slop. And it might be bait that I fell for. That's Sentimental Value slander bait. Sentimental Value has that that Nordic quality of like understated emotion. Okay, that was fucking sick, bro. I don't see how you could call Bob Trevino Likes It slop. Has French Stewart ever been in a media property that you would describe as slop? Yeah, I don't think so, kid. Why'd you miss every shot? I was literally just trying to keep him out of the car lane. Bikes belong in the bike lane. Yeah, Inspector Slopjit 2, Third Slop from the Sun, all those other things that French Stewart has been in. I think he's in a movie called Love Stinks, aka Slop Stinks. Slopfather 2. Yeah, The Godfather 2. Sorry, I don't watch sequels. Can you try doing the auto-tune voice? I spent an embarrassing amount of time trying to recreate the auto-tune voice, and I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how I did it. I don't know how to recreate it. I don't remember what the conditions were like when I made it happen because I didn't even notice it until I saw the clip. I'm hoping that at some point we can, recapture the magic, but I can't do it on demand. It was not a Twitch glitch because Apollo noticed it in the Discord. It could have been a microphone glitch, but I don't know enough about electronic engineering to know if that could have manifested as an auto-tune. Bot behavior. That one also, that's probably the first bot we've gotten all day. He's still on the front, huh? Oh, sorry, buddy. This is where you get off. I didn't know it's a driving game. Bro, that's how I know that there's like no bots in the lobby anymore. Everybody's in a car. What the hell? I'll say it. That's not ideal. Oh, shit. He's dropping blue zone grenades on me. So I see what you're going to do. You're going to wait for me to get the crate, and then... Oh, crap! Stop! Don't shoot! Bro, I don't have any ammo. Can you guys just chill for 1 sec? I'm free. What the hell is going on? It's all stream snipers? It's not... We got mogged by a non-stream sniper last time. I believe that was a non-stream sniper. Because they were like... They had military precision, man. Are these hitting? Oh! Oh, they're hitting. I don't know what I'm going to do about the final boss, bro. That one might have been a bot. Okay, that was a great shot. I'm not gonna lie, you got me pretty good with that one. I'd say I have the advantage here, though. There is a floating bolt. I really thought that would do it. Damn! This guy's kind of insane with the crossbow, if I'm being honest. I can't even be mad about that. That's some crazy shooting. Like, Podfriend, normally I would be upset, but the theatricality of that kill is incredible. Liz Phair after she crashes her paramotor. Help me, Siri, please. I've lost my flying machine. Okay, that's... I would have thought, if you had asked me 3 months ago, how long is this exiled in Guyville gimmick chatter going to be able to make it? I would have thought like a week. But you're literally still coming up with relevant heaters. 120 days later. I forgot how long a month is. 90 days later. I don't know what I'm going to watch tomorrow, man. It's got to be a 90-minute long movie. You know what? I have 2 90-minute long movies, I think, left in the watch list before I need to go through the fuck-ass Amazon Prime carousel and find some more 90-minute movies. One of them is Bronson, which I've never seen, but Malf has talked about a lot. And the other one is The Witch, which I have to see. Fallout Watch Party. Macros, I mean this genuine. I don't even need to hedge my bets and say I mean this with respect, because I genuinely mean it respectfully. You do you. You do you with the Fallout show. I just can't. I'm just not interested in it for some reason. I'm just something about. I've also the other thing. Maybe one of the reasons I've never been interested in watching the Fallout show is I don't think I've ever heard anybody say it's good. I've only heard people say it's all right or it's kind of fun. All right, we'll probably queue for one more. Also, I have a resistance to a show where whenever I ask if it's good, people just say Walton Goggins is in it. Walton Goggins, he's been in a lot of stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'm not watching a show just for Walton Goggins. Ella Purnell is really good in it too. I just, with all due respect, I'm being an asshole and I acknowledge that. I just can't believe you're telling me the performances in the Fallout TV show are good. Because it's not like, it's not that kind of show, right? It's not a show where like people act. It's a show where like things happen. It can be both. Yeah, but at its core, it's a show where people are like, I want to watch this to see what happens on the next episode. I know I'm hitting at something close to the quick because people are starting to get offended. This is how I know I'm getting closer and closer to some kind of objective truth. Most devastating critique you've ever had is Wikipedia movie. No, there's worse. YouTube Shorts movie is worse. But Wikipedia movie is a real thing. Like, I would have to imagine that the Wikipedia article for plot on Tau Zero is probably 17 paragraphs long. And the Wikipedia article for plot on Sentimental Value is 1 paragraph long. It might even just be one sentence. A Swedish director estranged from his family returns home to try to get his daughter to be in his new movie. The end. It was like, no, it has nothing else. Because that's not a movie where things happen. That's a movie where people change. There's only 2 different kinds of art out there. Art where things happen and art where people change. How can you change if nothing happens? Bro, how can you not change? Even if stuff happens. She does a good American accent. It's not beating the show where things happen allegations. That's what I'm saying. I never want to hear that an actor's accent is good. I only want to hear that it's bad. This is like when remember that like 50-year period where they were just giving best actor awards to whoever was doing like the best impression of a real person that existed on planet Earth? We're past that. Who are we giving it to this year? Actually, no, who's the front runner for best actor this year? It can't be Leo, right? Because Leo, I mean, it's kind of more of an ensemble picture or even a supporting role. Timmy for Marty. That makes more sense, even though I haven't seen it. That seems like the scuttlebutt. But Timmy plays a real guy. Oh no, my goat. Bro, chill. Okay, that was a real person, and you should be embarrassed. Also, you're dressed like Walton Goggins. He doesn't play a real guy? Is this how I find out Marty Supreme's not a real guy? Loosely based on a real guy. Like Frankenstein. Oh, like, I can't believe... I'm a little pissed off at the Academy for making me watch Frankenstein because they nominated it for Best Picture, man. I don't have anything against Guillermo del Toro. I just don't really want to watch like a 3-hour-long Frankenstein movie on Netflix. It's good though. Yeah, but like, couldn't they have nominated like a Vince Vaughn movie or something like that? It's a movie where people change. Oh, that's very funny. Okay, that's a very cute way to describe Frankenstein. He does get hit by a lightning bolt and turned into a zombie or something. That's the monster? I'll level with you. I don't give a fuck about the doctor. I'm in it for the monster, bro. Mogged. The doctor is the monster? Yeah, I don't think so. Does the doctor have green skin? Does he have freaking bolts coming out of his neck? I'd be surprised. I haven't seen the movie yet, so no spoilers, but I'd be surprised. We don't know because the movie's in black and white. Oh, shit, you got me. You don't know the plot of Frankenstein? Listen, buddy. Everything I need to know about Frankenstein, I learned from Jerma's Halloween stream where he played Frankenstein for the Sega CD. So I know that the story starts with Frankenstein waking up and beating the shit out of like a rat, I think it was. Like getting in a fist fight with a rat. And then you leave... Frankenstein leaves the bedroom, and Frankenstein's monster leaves the bedroom, and then Dr. Frankenstein is like, I'm sorry, my son. I've made a horrible mistake. I'm too smart to live, and I've given life to an abomination. Now I must kill you. And then you get into like a Muay Thai fight with the doctor that canonically the monster wins, and then... I had to stop watching after that, but the monster walked out into town, and a bunch of, like, as soon as he walked out into the town, a bunch of people picked a fight with him, like, which seems unbelievable. Because isn't Frankenstein's monster like 7 feet tall and like insane? He's built like a brute, or it's like a barbarian or something like that. I feel like people would just let him mind his own business. Should have been in the league. Yes, sir. Like Paul Schaefer. Paul Schaefer? Paul Scheer. Paul Schaefer was on Letterman. What the heck? Actual, genuine, real person. A bot would. They're programmed to clock you before you get that close to them. Yes, I think that's a good way to describe it. Paul Schaefer is kind of like David Letterman's stand. This feels good. Yep. I got so much coverage in the smoke. How is that possible, bro? There we go. I can't believe it. Are these bots? You have to use your own judgment. Most of the bot calls are copium, though. Like, that is obviously the way a real person moves. They did hit the real people with some firmware updates, though, bro. They have gotten... they've improved their aim a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, I'll admit it. Maybe we've played enough PUBG. I don't know, though. It is kind of... it's still kind of awesome. Casual might just be phone players. I feel like... have you ever seen, like, a 2-year-old use an iPad? I feel like the phone users would be, like, cracked, man. Like, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if by the time Gen Alpha is, like, our age, they're actually faster at using touchscreens than using a keyboard. I know, close your ears if you're a power user on Vim, but I swear, man, I swear. Those kids will be using their minds? Yeah, what's left of them? After they see Fallout Season 2. Come on? I got no quarrel with Fallout, it happens to be the callback right now. Yes, man. I wouldn't... it's you again. Hello again, old friend. That's tough. What? What? You know what? You earned it. I traced an outline of you. Both real? I need someone with the back end. That sounded wrong. I need someone with access to the back end to confirm or deny this. Okay, I actually died to a bot. I decided I don't need to get cover and I died to a bot. Manga in decline. Crazy name. Am I a bad enough dude to raid Big Howl Dottie? I think I am. Ah, but it's gonna ruin his awesome chat. No disrespect to you, but it's gonna ruin his... it's gonna totally fuck up the vibes in chat, but it's gonna be a nice thing to do, but it's gonna ruin the vibes so bad. It's for charity, bro. I'm gonna do it. I want to have the clip of me knowing that it's gonna ruin the vibes. He hates us? I don't hate all of you. It's just like there's gonna be lots of funny stuff happening in the chat, and then you guys are gonna be saying, when is this guy gonna play Oblivion or something like that? Don't do that. But go check out Howl. He was doing the next part of the Goo Crew Friendslopathon that I was on this morning with Justin, Stefan from the Go Off Kings, and Ricky Peacock. Go be cool in the chat, okay? Because we're sending a lot of people over. It's for charity. And it's funny. I watch Big Howl all the time. He's one of my favorite streamers. The game show streams, the fleets, the movie night. Either way, I will see you. Is tomorrow really Friday already? They expect us to believe that shit? No, man, I don't know if I buy that shit. Nah, that makes sense. It's been a long one. I'll see you next time. Later. Christian Filter be like, you're on to something. Pray on my airplane, pray on my airplane, my God is there, my God is there. I feel like I'm reborn. And I feel like I'm reborn. And you gotta keep it in there. Kicking and screaming. You wanna read my scripture? You wanna read my scripture? I go to parties and sleep on the floor. I go to windows but only find doors. They think I'm crazy but I have a good time. Life's been good to me so far. That one John Lennon song about women. Women, I want to be a woman. I got the feeling of love. Yeah, you're talking to me. You see right through me. You got the visions of love. That one. He's a woman, you know what I mean. That's not what John Lennon sounds like. You got to set me free, yeah. And then